Welcome, everyone! Today we are going to learn about connecting actions in the past using the words while and when. Let's start by learning how to use while. We use while to link two continuous actions that happened at the same time in the past. When two actions were both happening together over a period of time, we connect them with while. Both verbs use the past continuous tense, which means using was or were along with an ing verb. For example, you can say, I was reading while my brother was playing. Here is example 1, showing two ongoing actions happening at the exact same time from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Look at the sentence. Leo was watching TV while Mom was cooking dinner. Both actions were happening continuously at the same time. Let's look at example 2, where we use the past continuous tense for both actions with while. From 1 p.m. to 2:30 p.m., Ben was reading a book while Sophia was making handicrafts. Now, let's learn how to use when. We use when to link a longer action and a shorter action that happened at the same time. The longer action was already in progress when the shorter action suddenly interrupted it. Use the past continuous tense for the longer action and use the simple past tense for the shorter action. For example, you can say, she was studying when the doorbell rang. Here is example 3, combining a long action and a short action. Amy was doing her homework from 4 p.m. to 5:30 p.m., which is the longer action. At 5:30 p.m., the phone rang, which is the shorter action. We combine them by saying, Amy was doing her homework when the phone rang. This means the exact same thing as saying, the phone rang when Amy was doing her homework. Example 4 explains the tenses used with when. Look at the sentence. Jack was surfing the internet when his sister shouted. Surfing the internet was the longer action, from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m., so we use the past continuous, was surfing. His sister shouting happened suddenly at 8 p.m., so we use the simple past, shouted. Now, where do while and when go in a sentence? We can put when and while at the beginning or in the middle of a sentence. When you place the connecting word in the middle, no comma is needed, like in, she was reading while he was cooking. But when you place the connecting word at the beginning, add a comma after the first clause, like in, while she was reading, he was cooking. Here is example 5, showing while at the beginning with a comma. Both Grace drawing pictures and Lily baking cupcakes happen from 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. When we start with while, we add a comma. While Grace was drawing pictures, Lily was baking cupcakes. Example 6 shows when at the beginning with a comma. Chloe playing the piano was the longer action, from 4 p.m. to 5:30 p.m., and Max dropping the books was the shorter action at 5:30 p.m. We add a comma between the two parts and say, when Chloe was playing the piano, Max dropped the books. Now it's your turn. Look at each picture carefully. Choose the correct word, when or while, and fill in the gaps. Think about whether the two actions happened at the same time or if one interrupted the other. Use while for two actions happening at the same time, and use when for one longer action interrupted by a shorter action. Question 1 asks us to choose when or while. Ryan playing badminton was the longer action, and it raining at 3 p.m. was the shorter action. The complete sentence is, when Ryan was playing badminton, it rained. Question 2 asks us to choose when or while. Tom and Sam playing football and Ella and Rose playing card games both happened at the exact same time, from 9:15 a.m. to 9:45 a.m. The complete sentence is, Tom and Sam were playing football while Ella and Rose were playing card games. Question 3 is a fill-in-the-blanks activity. Mia playing the violin and her brothers watering the plants both happened from 11 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. The complete sentence is, Mia was playing the violin while her brothers were watering the plants. Question 4 is another fill-in-the-blanks activity. Lucy jogging in the park was the longer action, and dropping her wallet at 5 p.m. was the shorter action. The complete sentence is, Lucy was jogging in the park when she dropped her wallet. Question 5 asks us to fill in the blanks. Dad ironing clothes was the longer action from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m., and Mom cutting her finger at 7 p.m. was the shorter action. Starting with the shorter action, the complete sentence is, when Mom cut her finger, Dad was ironing the clothes. Question 6 asks you to make a full sentence. Nina and Joe having lunch and Oliver preparing for the maths exam both happened at the same time, from 12:15 p.m. to 1 p.m. Starting with while, the complete sentence is, while Nina and Joe were having lunch, Oliver was preparing for the maths exam. Great work, everyone! You have learned how to use while and when to connect past actions. Remember, while links two continuous actions happening at the same time, using the past continuous for both verbs. When links a longer action in the past continuous with a shorter action in the simple past that interrupted it. And do not forget the comma rule. Add a comma whenever while or when appears at the beginning of a sentence.